What's going on? I'll be Fitness Gaming, and you see the title of the video, you know why you're here. We're playing some more Siege Rhino domain, Siege domain. This time we are adding some Mishra's Baubles and some Tarmogoyfs. I'm going to have the deck tech in the description below with some gameplay. So let's go ahead and jump into another game here. So for those that don't know, I'm in Florida and it's cold over here. And I know what you guys are thinking. Some of you that don't live in Florida, you're like, well, I mean, it is winter. What's the big deal? Well, in Florida, in case you didn't know, it doesn't really get cold over here. So when it gets cold, it's a little weird. I'm not going to lie. In Tampa, Florida, I heard that the pipes were getting frozen and people were losing electricity and water, and ice was coming out of their hoses outside, which is a big deal, man. I mean, it doesn't get cold. That's not normal over here. We got a mulligan this. Oh my goodness. What a start, huh? So probably put this back, what a beating. Okay. Ain't bad. Alright, so we're going to get steam vents here, play the Ragavan. I have one with 2 card hands, by the way, with this deck, so it can happen. Can we connect? I'm not sure what our opponent's playing. Okay, we're just countered, reach protection from blue. Yeah, we're just gonna bolt that, right? Yo, modern is just wild, huh? So now we got a 3/4 Tarmogoyf. It's like a box of chocolate. You just never know what you're gonna get. Alright, so we're gonna get Temple Garden here and play our Kavu. Okay. This person seems like they've had enough with the with counterspell decks. All right, so we'll get in. I think we're gonna pitch the Tarmogoyf here. I don't even know if I even want to pitch something, but as long as their threats are not bigger than ours, we're good. If we draw Bolt, I think we attack with this Ragavan and hope that they block and then Bolt. Oh boy. Okay, that's good for us. We're going to take that. Ooh. I think we kill this. Yeah, I think I like that. We kill that. We get in with the team. I don't want to trade with them. Yeah, let's just... Okay, so we got there. What do we have drawn? Bolt. Okay, Bauble, not bad. Alright, so let's jump into another game. Yeah, we were on Multi 4 there, so I wasn't interested in trading with their Wolf Leech. If we were equal in cards, then I would trade. But we were far behind, but we still got there. This is a good hand. Let me just figure out here how we're going to sequence it. We're on the play, so we're going to play Nacatl. This. Okay, we're cooking with gas here. Breeding pool. On Nacatl. Normally I like to bobble first, see what they're playing before we make our plays, but I think our hand is pretty straightforward. Alright, so Affinity. Yeah, our hand is pretty straightforward. I mean, doesn't matter what they're playing, we're still leading Nacatl breeding pool. Bauble definitely adds a little bit more than just a cycling card to this deck. Oh, it's hammer time. It's hammer time. Interesting. I think, I hate doing this. I really do. But we have to slow them down until we get a Leyline Binding. Hopefully we can draw into a binding. They don't have anything too threatening here. I was worried, they untap with this. They play hammer, boom, hit us in the face. And then we're in deep trouble. We pretty much have to kill every threat they play. Just because they can, well... If they don't get hammer with this, they have. That means they already have it. All right, so they didn't have hammer, or maybe they have. They still could have had hammer, but double hammer is always good with this. All right, so no binding. So we're just gonna do this. Really need to draw into a binding or lightning bolt or some type of removal so we can continue just smashing them and keeping them from doing anything. Well, we know they have hammer. And we just keep drawing lands. Incredible. Make a dude here. Get another hammer? Oh no, they're not gonna make a dude. Yeah, this is devastating for us. There's nothing we can do. We can hope that we draw into a Leyline Binding and then they don't have anything, but that's unlikely. We're just going to take this because it doesn't matter. It's Leyline Binding or bust right now. And I think we're going to fetch. We're going to fetch a Steam Vents. We're not going to get the Triome because if we draw the Triome, we got to cycle it. And another land. Incredible. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to the next game. So we definitely want this, we want this, we want all of this. We want all this smoke. My boy's too slow. Do we want Bauble? Definitely trim one. Do we want this? Is this too... I mean, we're on the play. It could help us get into these a lot faster. Let's see. I think Dromoka's command and wear and tear is really all we need. I just don't know what we would... Stubborn Denial would be decent. I just don't know what we would take out for it. We also need to kill them fast, so we can't like dilute our deck too much. Oh boy. Can't keep this, and we couldn't keep the other hand either. If we had a couple baubles, I would, but... Alright, this is better. Alright, so... the Dracos probably go. I mean, our mana's not bad. Hopefully they play something that allows us to use this Dromoka's command immediately. Ending would be brutal here. Of course they would have it. Yep. They could have had anything else and we would have been in great shape. Because we could have got in with Ragavan, Dromoka's command. But, you know how it is. You know how Magic is. Alright, we're just going to Dromoka here. Counter. think we're gonna fight this. Oh wait, tapped wrong. I keep tapping wrong. I assume. Alright, cast. 1/1 counter. Fight. That's a big Tarmogoyf. We can't get too cute, man, because we can just die next turn, believe it or not. Not die, but be in a bad situation. Okay, luckily for us, they're not... Ooh, another land. This is actually good for us. So we're going to get the Triome here, cast Draco, get in. Luckily for us, well, there goes their second land. I was going to say, they've been stuck on one land, but that means that they probably have nothing but gas in their hand. Okay, that's not the worst. That's actually good for us. Drawing another bolt here would be nice. Even a binding hammer. Kavu. I think they're trying to figure out their blocks there. They could just block here. They may just take it. Okay. I guess they probably figured, hey, we can block. If they have, you know, if we have tribal flames, they just die anyways. We're just gonna pay it. Alright, so we got very lucky that game. That was what, a multi 4? Or was it 5? I don't even know, but we think it was a 4. 4 or 5. Very aggressive mulligan there. But like I've mentioned before, I've won games on a mulligan to 2. Not a bad draw. We're going to go Breeding Pool, Sacred Foundry. And this gives us our black. So we can go Nacatl, and then next turn Binding, and then next turn we could play Draco and have Binding up. Okay, now they're cooking with gas, ladies and gentlemen. Breeding Pool here. We could just get wrecked next turn. I find that these hammer decks, they're kind of like Tron decks where you want to mulligan aggressively because you can pretty much, you may not win the turn where you go off, but you put yourself in a situation just like Tron does where like you're just not going to lose. You're going to win, you're just not going to win that turn. You can just play Sigarda here and then hammer. Yep. Okay, so they have hammer. I think we block here because they're going to place the hammer on that. Oh, they just traded. Okay. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. So do we... Okay. I think we just take this now. I mean, they could have the hammer, though. Would they do that, though? Wouldn't they just play it? They could have, like, next leveled us and, like, played the hammer there in response and they hit us for 10. Okay, so next turn we're going to play Draco and have up Leyline Binding. I'm wondering why they attacked. What is this? What are you doing? You may look at the top card of your library at any time. As long as reality chip is attached to a creature, you may play land and cast spells from the top of your library. Okay. So we need to play this. So do that untapped, just in case. We're not out of the woods yet, folks, because they can just win out of nowhere. So we definitely have to get extremely aggressive here, and here we go. Wouldn't mind a Dromoka's command. Dromoka's command would be very good. Alright, so we're going to Leyline Binding in response. Not sure how this works. I think it just fizzles. They could have another Sigarda's agent, 8 in hand, and they're just waiting to get the hammer with this. Okay, so actually I think now we need to go into overdrive. Still not out of the woods. Attach target equipment you control to target creature you control. Okay. have a lot of good draws next turn. I mean, we could draw a lot of things. Leyline Binding, Dromoka's Command, Tribal Flames, but we can also draw a lot of nothing burgers. Hammer. Tarmogoyf. We're going to cycle away this Tarmogoyf, and then we're going to, if we don't draw into what we need, we're going to then cycle away this Triome, leaving up Sacred Foundry because we need a Leyline Binding or Bolt. Bauble. So let's cast this so we can look at the top of our deck. Ooh, Leyline Binding, perfect. I don't think we Leyline Binding anything here into like I don't think there's anything for us to Leyline Binding just yet. We want to try to hold this on to stop something that's going to kill us. Like I wouldn't even Leyline Binding the Sigarda's Aid. I would go straight for the hammer. Although they could have two hammers. Okay. So we binding this guy in response to whatever they play here. Okay, so there's, I mean, they could have some type of counter spell. We're going to let all this happen. This doesn't have hexproof or anything, right? I mean, if they have a counter spell, they have a counter spell. Alright, we got there. What would you have drawn? Oh, Bolt. Nice. Alright, so we were able to take out Hammer there. You can see how Bauble is pretty good, right? We can cycle through our deck. We can see what we're drawing into, kind of make our plays one turn ahead, which is good. We end up always, I noticed we cut the Siege Rhinos a lot. It's probably because we have Tarmogoyf now, and Tarmogoyf is usually pretty big because of the Baubles and the way our deck interacts. So I can see maybe trimming these Siege Rhinos and playing either 2 Remands and a Dromoka's Command, or maybe trimming an additional land with the Siege Rhinos and playing the 4 Stubborn Denials. So I'm going to mess with it some more. But I really like what the Bauble adds with the Tarmogoyf. It kind of gives you that really low to the ground, straightforward deck. Because the deck seems a lot faster, I don't even know if we even want to go with the Siege Rhino, because the Siege Rhino is more of a late game card, which is good, but like I mentioned, because we have Tarmogoyf now, Tarmogoyf is usually pretty big, a lot bigger than Kavus and other creatures, and with the Scion you get trample, so I do like to have some more interaction, like Stubborn Denial and Remands and Dromoka's commands, because I think you want to continue the game plan of playing your cheap threats and then protecting them, interacting with the opponent, and just winning the game. So I think we might have to remove the Siege Rhino from this current list. But that's what I'm thinking. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Any questions, comment at the bottom. Any misplays I could have done better, comment at the bottom. Let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and peace out.